Hi, this is the second and final part of basic percent problems. So we talked about problems where I'm looking for 15% of some number. Pretty common question. But the other type of question isn't just saying like, what is 15%? What if I ask you, this is 15%, what's 100%? What's the main number? Where did that come from? That's what this part's about. So, first off, let's just read the question. So, one of two examples. That's it for this one. 12 is 15% of what number? See how it's a little differently worded than the other question? If you went back to part one, just real quick, look at your notes, read the question of how part one is written. 12 is 15% of what number? I want to just, please underline this with me right now. 12 is 15%. Let's just stop right there. 12 is 15%. End of discussion. It is 15%. So, here we go. The question then becomes, where did I put my pencil? And there it is right there. So, 12 is 15% of what number? So let's just first off say 12 is 15%. Period. Let's start there. So I'm going to show you this build-up method first. 12 is 15%. So what else do we know? If 12 is 15%, can I times 15 by 3? Sure, why not? 3 times 15 is 45%. Cool. So 3 times 15 is 45. 3 times 12 is 36. Oh look, 36 is 45%. Awesome. And basically the game of this is get to 100% somehow. Alright, 36 is 45%. Alright, let's think. I'm trying to fill this up to 100. Like if I had like a little meter gauge right here that was 100. So I was at 15. Now I'm at 45, which is almost half. Alright. See, 45. Well, I can times 45 by 2, can't I? 45 times 2 is 90%. Ooh, that's pretty close. So 36 times 2 is 72. So we're almost there. Now we're up to here. So 72 is 90%. We gotta get that 10%. So let's think. Let's go back to the beginning. 15 is 12%. Can I turn 15 into 5? I can't turn 15 into 10 without using a fraction. And we could do that if we wanted to, but I'm going to avoid that for now. I can turn 15 into 10, or into 5, can't I? So let's go all the way back to here. How do I go from 15% to 5%? Well, I would divide by 3. So if I do that, whatever I do on one side, I have to do on the other. And hey, that makes 4. So now we know 4 is 5%. Sick. That means 10% is, well, if I double 5, that turns it into 8. 72 and 110 make 100. So that means 72 plus 8, that's 80. Also, if you notice, I could have just moved the decimal, and that's 80 also. So 80 is 100%. Perfect. Done. Now comes the part of the full sentence. The question is asking 12 is 15% of what number? It's basically fill in the blank. 12 is 15% of 80. Done. So that's the idea, and I just love the build-up. It's just really, really neat way of doing it, I think. Table. Basically, it's pretty standard. That's 100. I have 15% there, and I just got told 12 is 15%. So 12 is 15%. So I'm looking for this. Let's call it y. 12 over 15 is equal to y over 100. I would definitely simplify. I can divide top and bottom of this by 3. Can't I? Sure I can. 4 fifths. It's equal to a y over 100. Times both sides by 100. Let's move that 100 over. So now I've got 400 divided by 5 is equal to y. Well, 40 divided by 5 is 8. Add to 0. Y equals 80. How you do it's up to you. I personally love this. I think this is really, really neat doing it that way. The build up and just building it together, really neat. Not always practical, but still a cool way of doing it. Only 2 problems on this one. 21% of what number is 36? 21% of what number is 36? Well, to be honest with you, 21's pretty close to 20, isn't it? Like, if we just played along and said 36 is 20%, what do I times 20 by to get to 100? 5. Okay. 5 times 36 is, well, let's see. If I cut 36 in half, it's 180. Add a 0. So I'm pretty sure it's 180. Cool. So here's what I would do. 21% of 180 is, and we rounded, we totally rounded, we estimated, is about, and yes, in Canada they say about 36. So we totally rounded. It's about that. It's not dead on. Because 21, making this work with 21, really hard to do. It really is. Like, we got to play with stuff. We're gonna end up with a decimal. I know we're gonna end up with a decimal. So let's just go ahead and do it and see what happens. We got 21%. 36 is that, right? Because they're asking 21% of a number is. So look, they got 21 is 36 basically. Let's call it n. See, 36 over 21 is equal to n over 100. I can divide top and bottom by 3. So this is 12 over 7, n over 100. 1,200 is equal to 7n. Divide both sides by 7. By the way, totally cross product there. Whatever. Seven goes into 12 one time. 500. 7 goes into 50. Let's see, 7 times. 10 comes down. 7 goes into 10 once. And then we'll stop right there. So I'm at 171. I can bring down a decimal if I wanted to. And I can get super extreme. 7 goes into 34 times. So let's see. 21% of 171.4 is 36. That's pretty close to 180, don't you think? Because we estimated, yeah, we're off. Estimating means we're going to be off by a little bit, but we're close with a little less work. Huge skill. So that's it for this part. See you next time.